and a very good morning to all of you. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be a very interactive session, so please want lots of engagement, lots of connection, lots of communication. I can see your comments live, so please first let me know where are you based, and then next let me know what do you want to get out of today. What are you expecting to leave here with today? We have a few people on live with us right now. I know more people are joining. If you have a friend that's supposed to be here, let them know we have started. We're starting on time. Just let them know. And this is the session we're going to have today. So I'm seeing Accra, Ghana. I'm seeing Accra. Is anybody from Kumasi here? Do we have Tech already in the house? Jemima, good morning. Good morning. I see Sadrak is excited. I like that energy. I like that energy. Sadrak's based in Ghana. Dennis, we're doing well. That's great to hear. We have LinkedIn users based in Accra. Kwame wants to get $5,000 after this training. We'll make that work. Good morning. Good morning. With Dennis connecting from Accra, Ghana. Gordon from Accra. That's great. That's great. Thank you all. Thank you all. Keep dropping in the comments what you're expecting, what you're looking to see. So Kwame was small. We have Jemima looking for $10,000 after today. It's possible. We'll make that happen. We'll show you the roadmap on how you can get it. We have Samuel from Accra. Caleb is ready to win. That's what we're all about. The energy, I like it. Zaya wants to learn something good, and I trust you. We've done this across Kumasi, Sunyani, Somnia, Techiman, Accra. People have been loving it. I'll share more about this training, but it's gone global, and people from around the world are really enjoying it and learning. The exact steps to get into freelancing. Well, Isaac, my namesake, so you have a great name. I have good news for you. That's exactly what we're going to do today. And I'm going to teach you all the different steps on how to do it, including getting you to create your first profile online, ready for you to get your gigs and get your jobs. So that's exactly what we're training today. So you've come to the right place. Hoping to land a remote gig after this training. Dennis, I can tell you that several people who have done this training have landed the remote gig. So you're in the right place. Student from Accra. Abdul, great for you to be here. Priscilla, hi. I see this energy, excitement. I like the connection we're having. Kumas is in the house. Gabriel, glad you can join us. Busia, Western region is in the house. Thank you, Sarah. I'm a Tadi boy myself, so yes, Western region represent. Awesome. So just before remote gigs. Do you remember? Yes, yes, yes. That's what we're all about. That's what we're all about today. So just before we get going, if there's someone who's supposed to be here, remind your friend, remind your colleague, remind your sibling that they should join this call. Share the link. Acquah symbol in the house. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Isaac. Share the link. Invite your friend to be here. We're going in just a moment. The chat is always open, so if you have any questions, any feedback, drop it in the chat. Um, if you're in agreement, give a heart, give a like, so we know that you're agreeing with this. If you have questions, as I said, don't hesitate to ask. There's no stupid question. There's no bad question. The only stupid question is the one that you haven't asked. But before we get going, this is a training that's provided by the International Trade Center. Uh, they are one of the UN organizations, the ITC. The Innovation Spark is a proud implementing partner here in Ghana. But of course, we've not been able to do this by ourselves. We have worked with different partners across. Tamale is in the house as well, saluting you. So, in just a moment, I will bring on two of the partners that we've been working with to get the word out, to make sure all of you are aware of what's happening and are able to take advantage of this. We usually do ladies first, but this time I'm going to do man first and invite Robert from Sharing Education to come tell us a little bit about who they are and why they decided to partner with us and to provide this training. And one of their members, Janet, will be coming on later to share about how she is doing in this freelancing space. Please help me invite Robert to the stage. Robert,
Hello,
welcome. I hope you're well. How are you
I'm
doing?
doing well. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. I'm Mr. Isaac Newton. Thank you for having us here. Excited to be part of this.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So please, a quick introduction. Who are you and who is Sharing Education?
Good. So, Sharing Education is a digital and community learning institution. I would say a learning college, both registered in the United Kingdom and as well as registered in Ghana. We are a community centered and focused organization, expanding, international education delivery across the globe, across the continent, and we have presence in United Kingdom, in USA, as well as we are touching our soil here in Ghana and also the other African continent. So we are a borderless, institution. We are a quality education-oriented institution. Right now, we are in the digital space. We are in the digital world. Education is not supposed to be limited. It's supposed to be borderless. If I have an education on my local soil, on my local ground, it should not limit me from crossing, the international trade of education in terms of the border. That means that my qualification that I have here should put me out there into the international market, and that's what we stand for.
100%.
Any yeah, so any education, any training, any qualification that you receive from Sharing Education is borderless. That means that right from wherever you are in your home, if you do a level 3, a level 6 qualification in either web engineering or artificial intelligence, any program, you should sit at the comfort of your home and be able to work for an international organization without any border, without any limitation. So you qualify, to work with those who are out there. So I'm very, very excited, to be part of, this also institution, Sharing Education, and also, partner with ITC with this great, work that they are doing. So I'm not going to talk too much. If you wanted to reach us, you can go to our website, sharingeducation.co.uk, and you have every information that you need. So we have countless programs. We have over 500 plus programs, qualifications, certifications that are internationally recognized globally. So thank you so much for having me. If there's any more information anyone would need, I'm still here, and we will be able to give that information. So I'm excited to be here.
Thank you, Robert. So just make sure it's sharingeducation.co.uk.
Yes, so we have sharingeducation.co.uk or sharingedu.co.uk, any one of them. Yes.
Okay. So if you
Yeah.
see below, you see a little ticker that's scrolling, sharingeducation.co.uk. Check it out. Great place to get over 500 different courses that give you knowledge that's globally accepted. So you gain it from where you are and you can use it internationally. For the freelancer training, one of the points I'm going to touch on later is you have to keep learning. The world keeps moving forward. So
Yeah.
if you want to compete globally, you're not competing against the people you see here in the chat, Tamale, Takwadi, Tema. No, you compete against Nairobi, Japan, New York. So you need to make sure your education, your skills is up to that level. So sharing education is a place to go to make sure you can get the skill sets you need to keep going. Thanks so much, Robert. We'll definitely come back to you. And thank you so much for your team as well, for the outreach, for the support throughout the whole journey we've had. I know this is the beginning. There's a lot more we do
Yeah.
together in the future.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Robert. I like the comments. They're coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have more people coming in from Ghana. We have Tamale. We have Idrisu connected from Accra. Accra's in the house. Samuel from Ghana. Next up, we have the lady Margarine from Together Across Time. I'm going to invite her to the stage now and let her share what
Hi,
Together Across
everyone.
Time is all about. Thank you. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much, Isaac Newton. I am also equally excited to be here. I'm grateful for the partnership with ITC and Innovation Spark. And at Together Across Time, we are all about bridging generational gaps. We believe that every generation can give back to society, every generation can take back from society. And we do this by hosting workshops to equip young people with real world skills and guidance. We also create opportunities for retirees and professionals to mentor, share wisdom, and to preserve their legacy while doing so. And we are all about building a space for intergenerational connection where stories, support, and purpose flows both ways. So if you are interested in giving back, whether irrespective of your age, if you're interested in sharing knowledge, if you're interested in being part of a movement, because I believe we're a movement that is all about sharing ideas, sharing stories, and learning from each other. So you can join us on LinkedIn, but Together Across Time Foundation, just as it is rolling on your screens. And we are very happy to have you on board. Thank you very much, Isaac, for this opportunity once again. And we hope for few more future collaborations going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So, Together Across Time Foundation, you can find them on LinkedIn, you can find them on other social media, doing things to support the youth, doing support the elders as well, but also very, very keen on capacity building, different workshops. So, a great place to go. I see my man is here. I have to give him a shout out. How are you doing? Baba Entrepreneurship is in the house. One of the leading media agencies in Ghana, making sure people know what's going on. I salute you, sir. Glad that you can make it. Kumasi's here as well, through Emmanuel Jr. Grateful to be here. As I said last time, to let your people know, your colleagues, your family members, we're live. We're about to learn how to make money internationally. Smiley's in the house as well. So you have joined us here on the Innovation Spark. We're the implementing partners for the International Trade Center, the ITC's program, uh, known as the Digital Freelancer Training. So let's play our video one last time and then we'll get going. So you can follow us obviously on our LinkedIn page here, across the different social media channels. We're the Innovation Spark, from capacity building to training to sharing about what's happening on the innovation space. This is your place to go. So do make sure you follow, you share, you like, and stay in touch, not just for the freelancing, but all the other things we have to offer. But let us get started with our main event. How do we make money online? So this is a freelancer toolkit training that's put together by the International Trade Center. Myself, as Isaac in Acquah, I've worked for the International Trade Center, different UN organizations, done a lot of capacity building and training, worked with some of the partners we've had in this program from the IoT Network Hub. We also have other partners like the Hubs Network, Design Thinking, the Design Junkies. You have to check them out as well. Different hubs have supported us from Agrico Hub, One Hive Ghana, Hyperspace in Kumasi. We've had Blue Crest College. We've had the University of Environment and Sustainable Development all host this program. IoT as well has hosted the program, and now together with Sharing Education and with Together Across Time, we're doing this. So comes from a background of training across different places. This program is not just a Ghana program. So I'm glad to see so many people from Ghana on the call. But this program has been done already with people from across the world. Over 4,000 freelancers have gone through this program, with 885 being women, and we've had it in over 99 different countries. So just really want you to see that it's not just a Ghana program. People around the world are doing it, and you really get to benefit from this international insights that you're gaining from here, right? So just really want you to know that it's international and it will really help you grow your ability. So the impact of online freelancing for emerging economies is huge. The value of freelancing is over $6.5 billion. That's how big the global freelancing market is. So those who want to get for 5,000 or 10,000, just know it's possible. The money is there. 70% of online freelancers are based in emerging economies, just like Ghana. So you can see that this is really a place that it works for us being here in this environment. Most of the freelancers, 70%, get their jobs through online marketplaces. That's why today's training is focused in making sure you understand how these places work and you get onto one of these places that will allow you to go get your 5,000, your 10,000, and even let you know it's small. We'll show you people from Ghana who have already made 50,000 and above. And currently, right now, 10% of the whole freelancer market is based in Africa. So Upwork, which is one of the most popular freelancer sites, they say that close to 80% of all companies now use remote freelancers. That means whether you're based in Ghana, New York, Austria, or Turkey, their companies are looking to hire people with your skill sets. People who do online freelancing have been able to increase the hourly rates, so they're getting more money per hour. Almost 60% of them are working 30 hours or less to sustain themselves financially. Can you imagine only 30 hours and you have enough money that you need for your rent, your house, your car, everything, just by freelancing? The average hourly rate for females is $22, whilst men is $24. So we still have a slight gender inequality that's happening. So I'm also really encouraging the women to really fight hard and make sure you get your fair share from this market. What you get out of today's session, people already said that this is what they wanted, is yes from Ghana. Yes, we can make yens, euros, dollars, pounds, Kenyan shillings, whatever currency you want to make, you can make it here from this Ghana. So just want to let you know that this is possible, and we'll show you the tips and tricks on making this money. So if you're ready to learn, ready to grow, ready to get some money, let me see your response in the chat. The first module we're going to go into is looking at the freelancing opportunity, why it matters, the definitions, and different payment methods, just so we know what we need to get started. I can see Jemima is ready. Jemima is ready. Who else is ready to learn? Who else is ready to learn? So, what is online freelancing? Let me just do a quick basic understanding of what it's all about. So, online freelancing refers to being able to work on a project on a task basis. Rather than being employed by one company, you are able now to work for either multiple companies, or they'll use you for a certain skill set that you have. And please remember, you need to have this skill set. Online freelancing refers to flexible and independent way of working. So you can leverage your skills and talents by using it online on the internet, like we're doing now. I'm now an online freelancer. I'm doing training online for you. You can provide your skills remotely. I don't need to go to an office to provide the skills to you. I can do it from my room. I can do it from a cafe. I can do it from the road. Wherever I am, I can able to give the skill set to my clients. However, I please want you to know that it is hard work, right? I'm just sure that the people who are excited from Jemima, Samuel, Jose, Miss Edam, people are ready, people are ready, people are ready. I'm glad to see this, glad to see this. I hope you are too. I hope you are too. Dennis says, I am ready, 100%. Feel, wisdom, Prince. Okay, people are ready. People are ready. I like it. I like it. I like it. But I want to let you all know it's hard work. It's not easy. It doesn't just mean you're sitting somewhere and just chilling and making money. No, it is a lot of hard work. And that's why I want to tell you the pros and the cons and be very honest and truthful with you on how it goes. So these online platforms I'm talking about, they help for talent recruitment. So it helps a company that needs talent know where to find the right talent. All the hiring and the contracts and everything is done on the platform. So you don't need to now come up with a new contract or worry if the contract is going to be upheld. All things from communication and deadlines are also on the platform. So everything is there, including payments and withdrawals. We want to do the work and get paid for it, correct? I mean, I'm seeing more people saying they're ready. Edith is in the house ready. Gabriel is ready. Atu is ready. Sarah is ready to fly. She's going international. Her money's going international. Or say ready 100%. So, yes, we need to send the payments and withdrawals as well. These online platforms help with that. The advantage of online freelancing is it breaks down geographical barriers. You don't know how often I've gone to a training somewhere and people say, Mr. Isaac, you don't understand. It's hard for me here. Whether I'm in Accra, in Kumasi, in Techiman, in Tamale, in Takoradi, people say, oh, in this environment, there's no money in the system. Things are not moving fast. It's slow. Now with online freelancing, you don't care about your environment because you can get money from another environment. You can be in Takoradi and have clients in Ho. You can be in Tamale and have clients in Wa. You can be in Kumasi and have clients in Abuja, right? So you break down geographical barriers that have held you back. It grants you the freedom to choose your projects. You get to decide where you want to specialize. Have you always wanted to be a graphic designer, but you're doing administration? Or you have this really interesting voice and people keep telling you, oh, your voice is very interesting. And you're now thinking, actually, I can be a voice actor or do jingles or do adverts. Now you can use your voice for that. Maybe you're very organized. You're very, very good at organizing people. Now you can be a virtual assistant and organize a CEO in New York, in California, or in Beijing. You get the freedom to choose what skills you want to use for the world to know. You also get to set your own rates. And we'll talk about this Then you get to earn usually in foreign currency. So I'm sure I see other people who are ready, people ready to fly, who wouldn't mind earning dollars or pounds or yen or euros, right? So you get autonomy, flexibility, and economic benefits. But, 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 there are risks also involved, right? If you're doing things online, you must have access to reliable internet. You must have constant power supply. I know now things are much better. I remember the Doomsday days. Imagine you have no power and something's due in 1 hour. What do? Right? You must have the equipment you need. You're all tuning in using your laptops, your phones, and whatnot. You need to have these tools to be able to help you. The competition, I won't say can be, I will say is intense. You see all the people here who are ready to fly, ready to go, ready to go. You're not competing against them. There are people in Nairobi sitting there ready. There are people in Lagos sitting there ready. People in Johannesburg, people in Cairo. So it's not just people in Ghana you are competing against. So you need to realize that you have to be on top of your skill set. And that's why other training institutions, from Together Across Time to Sharing Education to the IoT Network Hub to the Ghana Hub networks and their hubs who are doing skill training, are so important, because you need the skills that will help you get to the next level. And if you go into things like design, then the Design Junkies is a place where you can learn and harness your skills, because you need to have great skills. And I know we're so used to scams and 419 and so on, they still exist online on some of these platforms. So you also need to be careful when you are now trying to do things and um, bid for jobs, right? And Gideon, I hope you don't mind, but yes, Gideon was saying the lights are currently off. I'm using my UPS now, right? So you have to think of these things when you're dealing with your clients. Thank you for sharing, Gideon. Before I go, there are people who are ready to earn. I like it. I like it. I like the energy. I like the energy. So, online payment methods for freelancers. This would differ from platform to platform and from the type of work you do. But a lot of you are giving me the vibes that you're looking for foreign currency. You're looking for dollars, pounds, euros. Let me know which one you're looking for more. Is it dollars? Is it pounds? Is it euros? Or is it yen? Is it Kenyan shilling? Let me know which one you're looking for the most. But if you're earning in something that you can't just transfer Momo or to your bank account easily, you would need to understand how to then transfer money from overseas into Ghana. So these are some of the platforms, from Quarry to Western Union, Paystack, TapTapSend, that can help you transfer your money from one country to another, right? So we have Sadrak who's looking at pounds. We have Jemima looking at dollars. Bismarck is also looking at dollars. Wisdom just wants more of everything, more of everything, right? We have dollars, we have USD. So people are looking at dollars, lots of dollars in the house. Dollars are winning. Dollars are winning. So if you are now doing something, Osei is greedy. He wants pounds, euros, dollars. He wants all. He wants all. If you are now making money internationally, how do you get it down to Ghana? And these are some of the platforms that you might need to use to be able to transfer your pounds, your dollars, your euros into your Ghana account. So just want you to understand that there's a transfer that is necessary at times. A, Theo has Vim, more dollars, plural. So I see people are eager and hungry. Let me move. Let's get to the main thing. The main skills you need as a freelancer is you need to be technically good at something. You can't just want the dollars, want the pounds, and just say they will come. No, you have to work for those dollars. What are you doing that someone's going to pay you for you to earn the money? And for that thing you're doing, you need to be good at it. So what is that technical skill that you're good at? And if you haven't refined your skill already, I keep saying sharing education is there. Communication skills are key. You're now going to be working with big clients, big corporates. You need to be able to communicate with them effectively and efficiently. Time management. You will now have to be your own boss. There's no one telling you what to do and how to do it. So, time management and self motivation. You have to wake up in the morning and say, all my friends are going to go watch Arsenal play football today. I'm staying home to do the work. That's the discipline you need. Problem solving, you have to be able to solve the problem. The client says, create this logo or create a flyer, target these people. You now need to be able to do it. One of the biggest and most challenging things is the business and marketing skills. Because you're going to go from being just yourself, just say a Bismarck, a Michael, an Abdul, a Wisdom, to now being somebody who is a business. Now you're no longer a person, you're a business. And you have to have all the business acumen. How do you brand yourself that people know that you come to you for business? How do you do the marketing to put yourself out there? You have to do all that now, not just the skill set you have. There'll be a lot of collaboration and teamwork. That's important. And for everybody who's saying euros, dollars, pounds, you know, you have to also be able to have cultural sensibility. And Janet and I are going to have a nice fireside chat talking about that, because you're no longer just dealing with people who are like you. Even in this Ghana, if you go from Accra, from Garland to Kumasi, the Ashanti land is different. You go from Ashanti to Bonafo is different. You go from Bonafo to Tamale is different. The culture, the food, the languages all change. You now want to get dollars, pounds, euros. Even within the Euro world of Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Spain, Italy, very different. So being to understand their psyche and work with them is very important if you want to make a lot of money. You need to identify your skills, choose the right online platform for you, create your profile, set competitive pricing, and please, 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 it's competitive. One example I always give is if right now Bel Acquah is around 2 cedi 50 peso, depending on where you're getting it from. If I want to sell you Bel Acquah for 30 peso, you will not buy because you say it's fake, it's too low a price. That's the same thing when you are now going to these online platforms and now trying to sell your skill and service. Just because you're cheaper than someone doesn't mean you get the job. Because they look at your price and say, no, you're too cheap, so you're a scam. So you have to also study these online profiles, online platforms, and see what price does an average graphic designer go for? What price does a software engineer sell services for? To understand how it works. It's also different if you're doing a local platform, a regional platform, or an international platform. So you have some homework to do around pricing. Network and marketing is important. Developing your online presence, and Janet will speak about this later. Building a portfolio. So everything you're doing now, any piece of work you're doing now, make sure you build it and provide excellent customer service. I know a lot of us are taking Uber and Bolt and Yango up and down. I also know for free that it's not every trip that we give them a 5-star rating. In fact, it's not even every trip that we rate them. We only rate the ones that really give us an excellent customer service. Although all the other ones took us from A to B safely, we just didn't feel the need to rate them. They were just doing their job. So if you want your 5-star review, you have to make sure to do your job and do it well, right? So excellent customer service, and continuously be upgrading your skills, right? Continuously be upgrading your skills. Studying doesn't stop at school or university. It keeps going, lifelong learning. But please, the most important thing I want to mention is you have to be persistent and patient. You have to keep putting yourself out there. I've met some people who said, oh, I created a profile, I posted 1 day, 2 days, and I stopped. I didn't get a job. Other people created a profile, posted 1, 2 days, didn't get a job, but kept posting, kept sharing on the LinkedIn. Hey, if you need a virtual assistant, I'm there. And then all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, sometimes it was a month, sometimes it was 2 months later, they got their first job. And after they got their first job, they got their second, their third, and now they're making money. So you need persistence and patience. So we'll do a quick exercise now. Please search for a online freelancing platform that is not Upwork. So not Upwork, right? And not Fiverr either. I want you to explore a little bit. Look for either a local one here in Ghana, one that's used across Africa, or one international one, and check it out. Just spend some quick minutes. I put 5, but maybe just spend 3 minutes. What's good about this platform? What do you notice right away? Is it user friendly? Is it for everybody? Is it for certain skill sets? What do you notice right away? What's good about it? And what's also a challenge about it, or what would make it harder to use? Is it restrictive? Is it only for coding, only for graphics? Right? So let's do this very quickly and then put your answers in the chat. So explore the online platforms, local, regional, international, and put your results in the chat. So we have Jemima who's found flex jobs. Let us know what's good about flex jobs, what's bad about it. Who else has an online platform that they've discovered? I'll give you a few minutes. I'll give you a few minutes. So Theo's found TaskRabbit is a strong choice for this, especially in tasks like home repairs, cleaning, moving, where proximity is key. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Nice one. Who else has a platform for us that we should know about?
I'm allowed to ask this question. You're allowed to ask whatever you want.
Gideon's found Freelancer. And Sanka as well. Competitive bidding platform for IT writing and data entry jobs. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, we have Fiverr from Vincent. James has found Guru. What else are you finding? What else are you finding? Contra. Less. Interesting. This is a new one. This is a new one. Let us know what's good, what's bad about it. Give us some feedback on these platforms. TopTal. Bernard is saying that he's found one for IT, data entry, analysis, healthcare administration, and promotion. So flexi job, user friendly, 100% remote, hybrid, or option for remote. Skills, marketing, education, nursing, tech, customer services, and more. Thank you very much. Jose says millions of businesses post projects on freelancers. Whoa, millions of businesses post projects. Their job is there for you people. Their job is there. Jose, thank you for finding this. I'm sure many people will be blessed by this news. So there's a constant stream of opportunities. Top tile, access to high paying clients who value quality work. Challenge is a very rigorous vetting process, means less competition from underqualified freelancers. The cons is hard to be accepted due to very strict screening. So it's only the top of the top that get in. So thank you for that, Shadrach. It's not suitable for beginners without strong portfolios, but because we're all going to become experts, we're going to go through sharing education together across time, stay in touch with the Innovation Spark, go to the Design Junkies Ghana. We'll all become experts soon and be able to get into top down. Freelancer, a growing platform popular in Asia and Africa, lower competition and flexible payment options, making it beginner friendly. So for those who are now just beginning the journey, this might be for you. 15 Ghana for influencers, creative designers, photographers, artisans. But there's a but coming up. I want to see what his but is. But hey, if you're an influencer, if you have a following, this could be your platform. 15 Ghana, right here in our Ghana. Fiverr, a platform where you offer a gig for $5 for investment. So essentially, the type of jobs you're doing, you're expecting $5 from them. Hence the word Fiverr. An AI powered talent marketplace for Africa's top tech and design talent. Oof, very interesting. Please, Theo, slide into my DMs. Let me know. Let me know. I need to be on that one. Osei, he was saying, but many freelancers bid for the same job on Freelancer, often driving prices down. Oof, lots of competition drives prices down. High supply. Contra, to get a job there, you need to have a pro account. It's not as easy as you think. You also need to improve and increase your score to get enough visibility. We talked about branding and marketing. We're going to be talking about it soon as well. Very, very important. I'll put just a few more on. You need to submit a profile, submit your proposals on Freelancer before winning your first project. AfriBlock, an AI talent marketplace. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, someone is shooting their shot. I'll let them know this is all about freelancing. Bless is available for tech writing and design. I mentioned collaboration is key. So you might be able to get a job, but you need someone to help you to actually do it. Bless is there for you. People per hour, you set your own hourly rates, fixed prices, good for small, quick projects, local jobs, limited number of free proposals per month. So for some of these places, you have to pay to then actually get access to the job. And I'm getting one from Robert. No Desk is another platform. I'm going to put it in the chat. Nodesk.com or the .co. Nodesk is another platform that's also out there for you to see. So you can see there are many platforms. Thank you so much, guys. But I also wanted to do this to see the type of platforms that are out there. Now, let me also share this good piece of news with you now. I'm going to share a link with you, which I'll share again at the end of the session. But with this link, so if you have a piece of paper on your phone, tiny.cc/KWZ 4001, you would be able to get the access to all the slides that we're showing. And also, there's a WhatsApp group that we have put together for people from across different trainings we've done. So you can network with them, you can work with them, and share different things. So I'm going to put this um, link up now. Please, at the end of the program, I'll be asking you to fill out this link. But I want you to see it now, write it down. So as soon as we finish, you can go sign up. So you get access to all the slides and access to a WhatsApp group if you want to join, where we'll also constantly have information and news from our partners, from each other, tips on how to get ahead in this space. And I think why this WhatsApp group is very interesting, you'll see now. So we've looked at overcoming access to a global market, important, being able to overcome our limitations in our immediate areas, and the potential for financial stability being the key things that we can learn about why freelancing is good. Part two, we're looking at the platforms. And the more platforms that people are still mentioning, I like it. Let me just let you see that people are mentioning it as well and have found it from people per hour, UK based, with 99 designs for designers and UI UX people. Priscilla's realizing most of the platform need experts. So that's what I'm saying. You can't just be anybody in this goal. You have to make sure you have a skill set. And that's why constant learning is so important and why we're so glad to also be partnering with Sharing Education. Now, we've looked at platforms, we've seen some. So here are a few different online platforms: Workana, Freelancer, Fiverr, Gebea, Upwork, 15 Ghana, Gigi, TopTal. So I'm glad in our research, we managed to find quite a few of these. Three I really want to highlight. Upwork is probably the most famous international one. So just really quickly highlighting these. So Upwork is one I would also really recommend you look at, but it's competitive. You also need to pay for certain bids to be done, but it's one of the golden standards of online freelancing platforms. So I would recommend looking at it, but also knowing it's very competitive. Gebea is one I would also strongly recommend. It's a pan-African platform. So you have less competition, you have slightly less gigs, but you have more chance of getting these gigs. You're now not competing against New York and Bangladesh and India and Japan and Beijing, right? But you're competing against Cairo, Nairobi, Lagos, and Dakar, right? But Gebea is a platform I would strongly recommend you use. But please, what you use needs to make sense for you, and not because I say it. And then 15 Ghana is one that's locally done in Ghana. So you might say, okay, well, I know I put down, I want to get dollars, pounds, euros, but maybe you can use this if you're very new to help build your portfolio. We're seeing people like Priscilla saying, most platforms need experts. So start maybe with 15 Ghana and build your portfolio, build your expertise, build a track record, see how it works, and then you can maybe go to Gebea to start doing international jobs. So you're doing things with people in South Africa, in Nairobi, in Lagos, and then go to Upwork when I can say, oh, I've done lots of international jobs, and these are my 5-star reviews. This is my portfolio. So just going to give you my quick thoughts on this. Thank you, Bless, as well for sharing the link. This is a link, very, very important link for you. Access to all the slides and information afterwards. But you can see we've found a lot of different freelancer platforms. There are a lot more platforms. From general freelancing, people per hours here, Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer, genuine jobs, micro worker. So you can see there are a lot of different platforms available. So all people looking for dollars and pounds, take note. But there are even more. These are platforms specializing in marketing and translation. So if you're very good with languages, you've learned Spanish, you've learned French, you've learned Arabic, and you're able to translate, these platforms are for you. Or if you're a marketing genius, branding, SEO, I know Janice on the call. Janice is an amazing SEO specialist and digital branding, digital marketing specialist. These platforms are for you. But you can say, Mr. Isaac, I'm not a marketing person. I want a different type of platform. Graphics, IT, my design junkies people, my logo creators, my designers. These are your platforms. 99 Designs, Design Hill, Code Mentor. These are all platforms created to help designers and creatives find jobs. You might say, okay, well, I don't fit into marketing or design or translation. E-learning. These are all different platforms for e-learning. How can we learn? How can we teach things to people online? These are all different e-learning platforms. But they're more, right? So when you fill out this link, you get access to the slides. Wait to the end of the session to fill it out. But just make sure you have it. Thank you, Bless, once again for sharing it. But I also wanted you to know, even platforms like Gigi, you can buy your phones, your cases, your cables from them. But even these platforms offer freelancing opportunity. You can put your services up there, and then people can find you for you to deliver your service to them, making it a freelancer platform. So you don't even have to think far and go far. Platforms you use almost every day can also be used for you to sell your services. Now, things to consider when working with online platforms. You're already seeing competition. I'll put Priscilla's thing up again. Most platforms need experts. Shadrach was talking about so someone else was talking about lots of different. There we go. On Freelancer, it was Gideon. Many freelancers bid for the same job, so it's competition, right? So we see the competition. Just make sure I see a comment that they can't see the slides. I hope you can all see the slides. Let me know if the slides are visible. So there's lots of competition. Some places, it was mentioned, you need to do a verification process or need to screen you before you can access So it's important that you understand that side of it as well. Fees and transaction limits. Some you've seen that, like Uber, when you when you transfer your money out, they'll charge you some of them up to 20%. Like Upwork, like Fiverr, will charge 20% of your earnings as their fee, as their cut. So some of them will take big fees. Others, you have to bid, and we'll go into this, but you have to pay to say, hey, I want you to do the job. So you're paying for getting access to the job. Others have payment method limitations. But we talked already about the payment methods at the very beginning. So you have to see how can you transfer the money down. And other things like reviews. And you can see how the thank you, Foster. You can see how you get these 5-star reviews of talent, the rating, what people say about you, great job, and so on. So you can see how people rate you, and your reviews are public. Now, we're going to be focusing on platforms, but I also just want to state for the record, you don't have to use a platform. We encourage you to use a platform. We know the benefits of using a platform, but you can also go independent. Just using your social media, your LinkedIn, your own website if you have it, for you to build your clientele from that. So that's also an option you have. But please, 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 I believe the best is when you do both. When you have both your profile on Upwork, on Gebeya, on 15 Ghana, and your social media pointing people to it, or letting them slide into DM and say, "Hey, I want to hire you for something." Right? So just want to let you know, you don't have to use a platform. 20% of freelancers do not use platforms, but 80% do. So there's a reason why 80% do it, even when there's a lot of competition, even when there's screening, even when they have to pay for bids, because they make money that way. So you're all on social media, you're all on LinkedIn and other platforms like that. I can see most of you have tuned in via LinkedIn. Yes, you have elements like your profile picture, your tagline, certifications that are the same like LinkedIn. But what's a bit different is putting your hourly rate there, your areas of expertise, um, maybe your portfolio. So your portfolio is work that you've done in the past that people can see and then give you some feedback on that, or can see what type of things you've done. For example, if you're a graphic designer, you can show the flyers and the logos you've created, so know what type of logos can you create. So this is an example of a bad CV, a bad profile rather. There's no actual profile picture. You can see there's no ratings if you look straight down. The handle cool MC 80 820. I pray none of you would have a handle like that, right? And your professional thing is not where you have cool chick or hot guy 42. No, this is where you have your professional corporate forward facing page out there. If you read about his specializations, graphic designer and IT specialist, you see big spelling mistakes. And then again in his creation, his line, I'm a person who knows graphic design, I create logos. Charlie, not a good profile. I know none of you would have a profile like this because we all want to be earning big bucks. So we'll do it the right way and make sure things go well. Am I right? I'm right. A better profile is someone like this. Vincent, who based in Babakar, who's based in Tanzania. Clear profile picture, clear stating of what he's doing, content marketing, content localization, and a very well drafted piece of information. Please note his hourly rate, $30 an hour, not a small amount. So you can see that people are charging good amount. In Ghana cities now, what is like $11 to the 11 cedis to the dollar. So he's at 330 cedis per hour. Right? So you can see the type of levels that people charge in. Another one, and I'll need some help, people who are good in math, help me do the math over here. We have Joseph K from Accra, Ghana. So he's from our own country, right? Full stack web developer and virtual assistant. So please, firstly, if there's anybody who's doing tech, please let me know in the chat, because you can become the next Joseph. So say, I'm a techie in the chat, so I know who you are. But look that he's doing his rating at $50 per hour. He has done over, we see the bottom left corner, 92 jobs and over 1,229 hours of work. So for Sadrak, who has been on fire since the beginning, all the way, this is you early on, Sadrak, fire. So I know you are ready, you're hot. Whether it's Sadrak or someone else, help me do the math. $50, 1,226 hours completed. How much has a Mr. Joseph earned from this singular freelancing platform? Drop it in the chat. We have techies in the house. His rate is $50 an hour. He's done 1,226 hours of work. How much has Mr. Joseph earned by being on this Upwork platform? Let me see the people who do mental math. Give me just a rough figure. We have a lot of techies in the house. With no mathematicians. Boom. Shadrach is on it. $61,000. $61,000. With a female techie giving you a shout out. Very happy to see. Okay, people have done it. Now, let me just stop here and ask you, is this the kind of money you want to see? I saw some people saying they want 5,000. Early on, Mr. Kwame was saying he wants 5,000. Madame Jemima was saying she wants 10,000. But people are now telling me that someone has earned 61,000, and this is just on one platform. He might be on multiple platforms. You can be on Upwork, on Freelancer, on 15 Ghana at the same time. Yep. And thank you, Element, for putting to the Ghana CDs. Who would be happy with 674,000 Ghana CDs in their account? If that's the kind of money you want to have sitting in your account, then please stay on. Let's finish. Let's learn how to make a platform. If you don't want this money, you can drop off now. But if you want this money, let's continue. Let's finish the training. Yep. People saying amazing. Wow. I am here. Correct. Yes. Yeah. So that's the kind of money you're able to make from this. And I took a screenshot. I didn't just want to go create something. I want to show you. And this is not just someone, oh, he's in New York. That's why he's making it. No. Joseph, let me go back so you can see for yourself. Joseph K, just under his name, he's in Accra, Ghana. So this is a Ghanaian in Ghana making this money. So it's possible. Let's see how we do it. There's online freelancing market for all kinds of people: software developers, graphics, content writers, digital marketers, translators, on and on and on. UI UX transcribers, voice actors, product management, virtual assistants, and more. Almost anything can be made into a digital skill, right? So what do you want to digitalize, and how do we do it? So when you create a profile, you also have to remember what your client would see. And why I stress this is often we write long texts, we talk a lot, and we keep the most interesting part for the very end. But when a client is looking at your profile, they see maybe 3 lines and they'll have to say, click more to read. So you also need to learn how to share things in a very concise manner so that you are really on point and they see the most interesting things about you first. This is like a translator, English, Spanish, French, article writing. So you can see exactly what they're offering very concisely. We need to learn how to speak like that to make sure people don't overlook us and use us for our services. So a few tips. Have a complete profile, right? When I say complete your profile, I don't mean just say log on, create the account, and have no profile picture uploaded or anything. Have a complete profile. Be precise. My tech is in here. I'm happy to see you. But Gabriel, I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to Jose. I'm speaking to Madame Eunice. Don't just go on and say, I'm a techie. No. What is your skill set? Are you front end? Are you back end? Are you full stack? Are you React expert? Are you database? Are you AI? Are you machine learning? Let them know exactly the skills you have. Please, check your spelling. Imagine you now want the world to send you dollars and you can't take the time to spell dollars right. You spell dollars with only one L. Will they really seriously think of sending you the dollars? If you can't spell dollars right in your profile or spell right in your profile, how do I know when you're doing things for me, you will spell it right? So spelling is so small, so trivial, but so important. So please, double, triple check your spelling. Only select the jobs that match your skills. I think in Ghana, we're so used to say, I can do all, when we can't really do all. So please, choose the job sets that match your skills. When setting your hourly rate, be realistic. Now, this is very challenging, I think, for some of us. Some of us think that we're worth $100 an hour. If that's the case, put it. Some of us think that, I want to go cheap so I can win the market share. So I'll put $10 an hour. If you think that'll work, put it. But I would say, please check the platform that you're on and see the dynamics there. If everyone is saying I do 50, 40, 50, 60, 50, 40 per hour, and you're at 100, maybe people will think you're too expensive. At the same time, this is 50, 40, 50, 40, and you're at 10, people think you're a scam. So make sure you fit within the range. We keep talking about competition. You need to try to stand out. You can't just be on the platform for being on the platform's sake. So whether it's also the socials you're doing, your text, your image, your portfolio, how do you make sure you stand out from the crowd? And yes, lastly, double check how everything appears on the website. And also send it to a friend to check so you also see how they view it. Now, writing your profile. You need to have a very dynamic yet professional description about yourself. Um, your professional, what you do in life, your qualities, your skills, your experience, what the client can expect from you when working with you. Don't rely on just AI, please. Add a personal touch. But speaking on of I want to know who is familiar with AI and what AI tools are you using. Please drop in the chat which AI chats are you using. Is it DeepSeek? Is it Chat? Is it Gemini, Copilot, Perplexity? Which tools are you using? I'm very curious about this. I've done now training everywhere, and I was very surprised about how many different tools people are using for AI. So I'll just give it a moment for you guys to comment in the chat. I want to put it up in the feed. So just comment which tools are you using when it comes to AI. Cedric says almost all of them when I'm working. Kevin's more of a chat person. With Copilot, Chat, and Meta, Chat, Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, Gemini. Sarah's using Claude, Gemini for my coding. Or while people using Chat for coding, Trust our AI. Okay, so you can see that if you thought you were alone using AI, you can see very quickly that you are not alone. People are using AI. People are using, not even AI, people are using multiple AI. GitHub Copilot in Versus Code, Genie in WebStorm, DeepSeek for inquiry. Whoa, so Theo's even saying different types of AI for different reasons. Chat, Gemini, DeepSeek, Sonar AI, so some people doing videos and things. Clock AI. Sajak, because I compare with each of them, think based on the prompt I input. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Sajak, you're on point. You're going to go far. Please don't forget me. Don't forget me, Shadrach. Don't forget me. Chat, GP, and DeepSeek. So you can see, if you thought you were the only person using AI, uh, I'm here to tell you, and I can see for yourself, that is not the case. For some people who may be only using one, you're now seeing other people who are using all of them and then some. Maybe Kelvin will start writing his own AI codes very soon. So you can see people are using AI. What I wanted to do with this is really show you that it's not just you using AI, and it's not just one AI tool. and Portia's getting ahead. Okay, Portia, we're going to get right into there, right into there. That's come up next about creating your profile. I like it. Portia's like, enough talking. I want to make money. How do I do it? How do I do it? We're getting there, Portia. We're getting there, Portia. Give me 3 more slides and then we'll get right there. So I won't go into this because you are all already using AI. I won't explain it. AI, you can see, helps you work faster, improve your quality, manage workflows, you learn new skills, and also it's available 24/7. You won't be replaced by AI, but you'll be replaced by someone who knows how to use AI better than you. And that's where I want to come in now. We're going to go into the element of a good prompt. And then from here, Portia, the next thing we're going to do is create a profile. So what I want to do here is to teach you, for some who don't know, you might already know, then perfect. And you can also like add in the chat things that people should know about it. But for those who don't know, I want to teach you how to prompt well. Because if you understand how to prompt well, it won't just help you for your freelancing profile, which is the next thing we're going to do. But if you know how to prompt well, you can do a lot of things. I'm just going to pull this up as well. I love this comment. Thank you, Jemiah. You're not techie, but create a website with AI. vo.dev, I believe. Great website. Great tool. So see, now even non-techies are building websites with AI. So what was purely just for tech, now everyone can do because of AI. But if you know how to prompt well, you can build an even better website, whether you have tech skills or not. And we could all do a very quick exercise. In fact, as Isaac Newton, I would say let's do a very quick exercise after I explain this to you to see the difference in quality if you prompt well or not. So the 5 key elements of a good prompt are the persona, objective, audience, context, and boundaries. These are what you need to put down in a good prompt for it to really be able to help you achieve the maximum objective, a maximum goal from your AI chat tool you're using, right? So this is a text that's given by Microsoft educational blog on prompting. You start off by letting chat know, well, let me make it a bit bigger. You start by making chat know in any chat. It could be DeepSeek, it could be Gemini, but any chat, who you are as a persona or who it should be as a persona. So act as a helpful tutor. So that's the persona, that's the type of role chat should play. Then you give it the objective. Explain the photos of photosynthesis. The audience of 14-year-old students. The context to assist with biology exam preparation. Boundaries, make this 300 words written in a tone that's friendly and educational. So I hope this is very clear, very easy, but it really helps and really makes the content very different. The task I'm going to give all of you right now is just using a few of them just to show you the difference of what comes up. Newton is famous for gravity, so we'll start there and say, ask your chat to explain gravity in 50 words, but one time to the audience of a 10-year-old and one time to a PhD student, and drop your answers in the chat and let me know what tool you're using. If it's Chat or Gemini or DeepSeek, and I want you to see the difference in the response it gives you when you change just the audience from a 10-year-old to a PhD student. So please let's do this very quickly just to see the power of good prompting. Yep, and I agree with you, Abdul. I think AI is very useful if you know how to use it well. 100%. And excellent, Spirit Foster. I'm ready to learn. Excellent. So I just want you to drop in the chat what you've been able to pick up. And then the next step, Portia, is we're going to now use the knowledge we learn about good prompting to go off and create a profile on our desired platform of choice. We can even use chat to help us determine what profile I should use. If you're a very beginner, should I use more of an African-based profile like Gebea or Ghana? If I'm already advanced, should I go straight to Upwork? Or if I'm doing design, would you say Binance or 99 Designs? And you let chat help us decide what app we should download, what app we should sign up for. And then we use chat to help us build our profile. And if you have your CV available, you can also upload your CV to chat, which you can then use it to even know more about you. But it's very quickly the challenge with gravity. Ask chat to help you explain gravity one time to a 10-year-old, one time to a PhD student in just 50 words, and drop into the chat what it gives you. So you can see the difference by just changing the audience, how different the result is. Do we have any takers? Anybody's been able to do it? So let's see what comments. I see from Dennis, this chat cannot contain the response I got from the PhD student prompt. From Phyllis, from Theo, gravity is an invisible force that pulls everything towards the earth. That's why we don't float away when things fall down. The bigger something is, like Earth, the stronger its gravity. Even the moon is close because of gravity. Without it, we all drift to space like balloons. PhD holder, gravity is the curvature of space-time caused by mass and energy described by Einstein's general relativity. It governs the motion of objects from falling apples to orbit. Whew. You can see that the level of understanding in the same 50 words of the same topic, gravity, is very different. So thank you, Theo, for doing this. Dennis has Einstein's general relativity describes gravity not as a force, but as a curvature of space-time created by mass and energy. Objects follow the straightest path, geodesics, through this geometry. While incredibly accurate, this classic theory's unification of quantum mechanics remains one of physics' greatest unsolved problems. You can see that we all think we know gravity until we start doing PhD level gravity. Was linear gravity, like we get that, and it's kind of something that we can understand. I bring it up not to take us back to school and physics, and I hope we liked physics. My name is Isaac Newton, but I bring it up just for you to see how different the response is just based on the small input difference of audience. And I'm hoping you're seeing that, whoa, like this PhD thing, I can't understand. And I did physics, I understand gravity, I'm using gravity every day, I'm not floating. But just asking for one slight difference in audience, the whole message is much different. So I've put down on the screen persona, objective, audience, context, boundaries. Let's look at and this is the main thing we're here for today, creating a freelancer account. Let's ask chat even, hey, as a career advisor, my objective is to find the right platform for me to find companies looking for what skill set, context. I have X amount of years of experience, and I want either a local, an international, or a regional um, platform as the boundary. And then let's see what chat gives you for you to see what platform to use. Maybe ask us for your top three, right? Once it gives you a platform, then give chat inputs like, example, I'm a freelance graphic designer in Ghana, specializing in branding and web design. I work with startups and established brands. My favorite projects involve logo design. I speak English in Tree. I have 5 experience. Use that, of course, add, as I said, the persona, objectives, audience, context, and boundaries into this. Add some more things about yourself. You can update your portfolio, your years, your yourself, and then see what chat gives you. And you can use that. Please, I said, don't just copy paste, but use it as a base for your profile on your platform. So this is what I'm going to give you now. The next 20 minutes to use chat to help you build your select the platform to use. Once chat has done that, just drop it in the chat which platform you have decided to go for, and then go ahead and build your freelancer account. And then once you're finished, drop your link in the chat as well. And then in 20 minutes at 12:50, we will be back to continue. I'll be online, so if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. And then at 12:50, Madam Janet will be coming on to share her experience as a freelancer, something she's done for many, many years. And we'll also be there to answer any of your questions you have on freelancing. I hope that's clear. Uh, Thank you, Foster. I'm really learning very relevant things here. I'm glad that you're here. You could be anywhere, so I'm glad that you spend your time with us to learn these things. I'm glad you find it effective. When we come back, we'll really be going down into how to effectively find your jobs that match your skills, how to bid for jobs, how to get started with your first jobs online. So what we're going to do right after you build your account, and the thing is, once you build your account, you can also ask the questions, hey, I don't understand this. Hey, what is this? Hey, what is that? And we're here to help answer your questions. But when we come back in 20 minutes or 19 minutes right now, we'll get into how you effectively start and get your first offer, get your first job. So we're really looking forward to how to effectively find your online freelancing job that matches skills, how you bid for your jobs, how to get started with your first online jobs. So see you back here in 15, 20 minutes, but I'm going to be here for any comments, questions, concerns. So hey, wisdom. So I put the guideline is on the screen: persona, objective, audience, context, boundaries. Two things we're doing. First, we want to ask chat or the tool that you use to help us decide what platform we should use for our freelancing um, guide. So what platform we should use, and then the next question is then using like a guide of this prompt here, using prompting to help you build your profile. So whether you're a graphic designer, whether you're a translator, a voiceover actor, help let chat help you build a great profile for you for your platform. We have to go register for the platform, understand whether it's 100 words or 500 words or how many characters you have space to write, and then also know like what are you going for. Are you going for graphic designer place, software engineer, and whatnot? And then use prompting to help you create that, right? So it's two. One, knowing the platform you want to use. If you already know I want to go to Upwork or 15 Ghana, you can go straight there. But if you want chat to help you, you can let chat help you. And then second, using chat to help you create the right profile. I hope that's clear. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. No, the session has not ended, but people are now creating their platforms. So people are now creating the platforms. They're deciding what platforms to use, whether by their own intuition or asking in chat for help, and then using this prompt guide of just basically prompting your profile so you can build it very fast. Of course, as I said, you won't just take everything straight from chat. You would also then do some tweaks, but now you should be able to build your profile in minutes, not hours, minutes. So we're going to be back live in 10 minutes. Whilst give you time to stretch, you can get some water, use the bathroom, but also fill your profile. That's what we're doing in this quick 10 minutes. So the session hasn't ended. We'll be right back. Consider this a commercial break. So let me know what platforms are you going for? What platforms are you building your sorry, there's an echo. What platforms are you building your profiles on? So wisdom, I've now put the two prompts. No, I'm not giving you the prompt itself. I'm letting you create the prompt. But first one is have AI help you choose a freelancing platform that fits for you. And second is once you know your platform, use prompting to build your profile. So Ishmael, if you just joined, so we're looking at freelancing. So what we're now doing for the next couple of minutes is having AI help you choose a freelancing platform that fits you. So you can talk to AI. We did some tips about branding and using prompting about the persona, the context, the audience. So give AI some information so it can help you choose. And then from there, we are then creating our profile on the platform. So first thing is AI will help you choose what platform to use, and or you can choose your own platform if you know I want to go use this platform. But you can tell AI, hey, I'm a graphic designer or I'm a coder. I want to do voiceover acting. I have X amount of experience. What platform should I use? What three platforms would you recommend? Then choose one of them. And then once you have a platform, you can then use AI to help you build your profile. So just give you those two tips. For the people who are already building their profile, what platform are you building it on? Drop it in the chat. with Fiverr and Upwork. I would challenge you to build one also on one of these other platforms. LinkedIn is great, but I'll challenge you to also use a platform like Gebea, like 15 Ghana, as well on top of LinkedIn. Thank you, ladies. This is ladies first. Living purpose using shop. Okay, we'll be starting again in just 1 minute. Okay, very glad that people have been able to start creating profiles. Thank you for sharing what platforms you are using. Please continue making your profiles. If you have any questions, any concerns, we're here to support and here to help. And we're going to start then with the next section, which is going to be done in a uh, different manner, a joint manner, where I'll be inviting one leading business trainer from Sharing Education UK, who's also very well versed with the world of freelancing, to come on, and we're just going to have a fireside chat where we'll talk about some of the issues and some of the things you need to know about once you have your profile, what to look out for, um, and kind of what happens in that space. So, just as a recap, you're here with us on the Innovation Spark. And I'm not going to add Madam Janet to the conversation. Madam Janet, good afternoon now. We've just clocked across to the afternoon. How are you doing?
Hi, Isaac. Good afternoon. I hope you're fine.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So you're someone who's been joining this journey from the beginning. You've been through a couple of our trainings. You are a freelancer. You're also working at Sharing Education, which also does a lot of remote work. So please, would you want to just kind of introduce yourself to the audience of who you are, and then we'll take it away from there.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for making it this far to participants. I know that this is a wonderful session that they are all going to benefit from. And so, yes, thank you so much for the collaboration and partnership with Sharing Education. It's wonderful. So basically, I am a development and trade practitioner with backgrounds in digital marketing and the tech space, but more prowess in digital marketing. Yes. I have actually co-founded a marketing firm in 2021, and then I am currently also with Sharing, but I am not. The term working with Sharing is an understatement. I have been with Sharing also since 2022, been freelancing with them. I have been with them along the line. So they are a family, just as you, Isaac, you are a family. So working with Sharing is an understatement. And I believe that the lead principal earlier in this session also gave a talk. Yes. So basically, this is what I do. I am into the development and trade space mainly because I love development geared towards governance and youth leadership, youth development, youth empowerment, amongst others. So my digital journey or freelancing journey started somewhere in university. I mean, I was building capacity and all of that. And so I actually started with Fiverr, where I was actually reviewing CVs and all of that. That was what I was doing, reviewing CVs, helping startups as at the time, way before the startup ecosystem actually started gaining grounds and gaining some form of publicity. So that was what I did. And so my first actually gig on Fiverr was with a colleague who wanted me to review his CV, and from there review an organogram for his NGO he was establishing. So that was how my first digital freelancing went. But then besides that, I have also had the opportunity to facilitate sessions, global sessions as a digital marketer on ITC Ecom Connect Global. That was in 2023. I had the opportunity to chance upon the community manager then to actually, I think her name is Noshin. Also, her name is Noshin, but I think the community manager for ITC Ecom Connect Global has changed to one Jennifer. So that was where I had the opportunity to also talk more about navigating startups, digital startups with AI. So AI didn't start today. AI started long back. So if we're using Grammarly AI checkers, plagiarism, features and apps, Turnitin, and all of that. All those things are AI apps. So I think it was shortly after 2024 we started giving tech and AI the opportunity to also gain some form of grant. And now we have a lot of people developing websites, with AI supported apps. Now we have the Groks, the Chat GPTs, and all of that. When we started, Chat GPT wasn't this popular.
Mm.
We were using other AI platforms where I've forgotten some of them, but I used to use AI platforms a lot to review my works, to ask questions, and all of that. But one thing people do not know is that a search engine like Google was also using AI back then. But now it has become more prominent that when you search on Google, Google gives you all the findings and the results with certain AI backed references. It was back in those days. But now, I mean, we see that people have now taken to the acceptance of it. And then one thing people are trying to ask is if it is going to take our jobs. No, it's not going to take our jobs, but it would be ideal to actually have some form of knowledge and some form of AI skills. That is why I appreciate the fact that Isaac or the Innovation Spark is partnering and collaborating with Sharing Education, because Sharing Education is doing a lot of bar camps and boot camps in the future. So this is a little bit about myself. And one fun fact about this whole situation is that the tech space is actually not my comfort zone. I went out of my comfort zone, and then I have been developing and actually succeeding in it as time goes on. I have served as an advisor, and I'm even currently an advisory board member to a tech space. Allow me the opportunity to give some shout out, as we say, to Black Tech Lead, and now they have also metamorphosed to Tech Lead Global. So that's how far I have also come, and it has also given me the opportunity to be the CSR lead for Rank Digital Marketing Consultancy, where we actually help people, SMEs, techs, and all of that. So, and Sharing Education is also one. I actually is a family. We cut across. We help people. Now we are actually having our Empowering Future Summit in under 4 thematic areas, being tech, being one major one, education, agric, and then the health space. And imagine AI in health, AI in agric, AI in education. I mean, it's there. Basically, education is everything. And so this is where we have come. So please, the tech space was not my comfort zone. My comfort zone is the humanities, the political sciences, because I was a political science student, the international development and trade space, and then languages, because I also speak French and a little bit of Spanish. So yes, now with the help of AI and all of that, is helping us improve our interpretation skills and our translation skills so that we can also match up to them. How we can leverage and improve on our skills with all of these things, helping us with our research skills, and as a digital marketer and as a business coach and business advisor, how we can actually help businesses also land networks, land partnerships, land funding, amongst other things. Just this morning, I was in a business innovation canvas model for creatives. Just this morning, which was facilitated by Daniel Kwabna Owusu. I think Isaac, you know him. These are some of the ways that we are also building our potential. So thank you very much, Isaac, for this opportunity. This is a little bit about myself. And so if you are doing something tech related, it's not just AI. There's tech, there's digital marketing, there's social media marketing, there's search engine optimization, and then even there's the SaaS, software as, I think what, software as something,
Software as a
something
service.
Software as a service, exactly. Software as a service. So please and please and please, you can build your potential. You can make money in Ghana. And then I wish Maxwell was here to talk about how he landed his first gig and then how over the years he has made over 20,000 US dollars. I mean, we are not there yet, but we are still getting there. So thank you, participants. Take this seriously and then hone in on your skills and you will definitely succeed. Thank you, Isaac.
So thank you, Janet. Great intro. So you see, people, we have some heavyweights in the house, so you have a lot to learn from her. You mentioned Fiverr, and I see that in the chat that's a platform that both Philip Parker and Eunice have created platforms on. For most of these people, this is their first platform that they are joining. They've heard of freelancing, they've wanted to make some money, they didn't know about it, they've now joined this platform. Can you walk us through your beginning days? You created a platform, you got a job. Was it instant that you got a job? What did you have to do to get a job? How many jobs did you apply for before you got the first one? Can you walk us through some of those beginning days so that people know what to expect? I think. Okay, so I think Janet is frozen for the second. Whilst waiting for Janet to come back online. Then just want to share with you about. So let me firstly mention. So tiny.cc/KWZ 4001. That's where you can go to fill out the survey on this training. I would recommend you fill it out after you have completed your profile. We'll know what profile you've created. We will do a follow up with you in a month's time just to see how things are going. But by filling out the profile, the survey, you'll also get access to all the slides. So you see all the various freelancing platforms, the tips, the things you do, the prompting guides, all of that will be included. And we'll send you a link. So if you choose to, you can join a WhatsApp group where we can be sharing more information about what's going on, what's happening in space, different trainings available online again for AI, for prompting, for branding and marketing. So all that is available for those who fill out the survey. So really recommend that you all fill out the survey. It's showing on your screen. What I also want to show you now is kind of the guide of your beginning days of a freelancer, right? So how do you even search for jobs? So when you go on to the various platforms, you would see that um, you on some platforms like Upwork, you get to look for the job. So you can do searches for the type of experience, number of clients, the budget, the number of proposals, and this was mentioned earlier. In some jobs, they send proposals. So you can see the number of proposals that a job has, and then you can then bid for that job. Elements of a good job post. Um, are these. You can see the hourly rate, the experience level, the project length. Sometimes it's not just days, it could be months. The availability per week that they're looking for. And then they'll have the job description as well. And then some things you need to bid for. So sometimes some jobs are fixed, some jobs you have to bid, and then when you bid, you also sometimes have to set the terms of how much it will cost you. So I think so. Janet is back, so let me invite her back to the stage. Hello, Janet. Welcome back. Welcome back. So just
I thank
for
you.
you got
Thank
cut
you.
off, we were just talking about your beginning days on Fiverr. How was that like?
Yes, thank you very much. And just as an aside, I think all techies should come together to solve this internet issue in Africa. It's too much for us. Yeah, so that was just by the way. So for Fiverr, what I was doing was contracting some of my friends to create accounts as clients and then contract me to review their documents for them. You can
Mm.
work with your friends, then you do a good job and then they rate you. All right, and then you can even send them the money to pay you through their account. That's how some of these things start, so that you can build your profile, you can get a lot of contracts, that you can get a lot of work to do. If not, you can also have a good brand from your LinkedIn, share your services, share some of the works you've done consistently every single time. The works, what you are working on, you don't have to give too much details. I know in this part of our world, because of proprietary rights and all of that, everybody wants to protect their interests. There's nothing wrong with that. However, you need to be able to meet the right kind of people and the kind of market you want to relate with or have business to do with. All right. So that was what I was doing. I was talking to friends. I was encouraging them to. I hear Shadrach say we are working on that. Don't worry. Yes. So talk to your friends, talk to people, tell them to contract you on Fiverr. And then from that, you link it to. I love LinkedIn a lot because it's a very good professional platform. And some of us have had jobs from LinkedIn. We've had services from, not that I'm advertising for LinkedIn or anything, but I'm trying to let you know how some of these things work out for us. And so you talk about what you've worked on. And if some of you go on Isaac's page somewhere about yesterday or Thursday, you see that he updated his mid-year calendar where he was working on from January to July. So the trajectory of his success. So you can do something like that. A media freelancer work. Maybe I worked for this client, I worked for this organization, I worked for this individual, I was contracted. You can do something like that. You check your star ratings, you give the feedback, you can share those feedbacks. Those things build trust, because if you sell to one person, you have made a sale. There's a saying like that. If you sell to more than two people, you have a market. But then if those people bring you customers, you have a brand. So that's how you do those things, because branding is about who you are, what
Oh
you do, and
wow!
how people reverence you. So that's how you start. So this is how I started.
Please, please,
Spoke to
please say,
friends.
say that again. Say that again. Say that again. If you
I
sell to
said,
what?
if you sell to one, you've made a sale. Okay. If you sell to two people, it's market. But then if those people go to bring more clients to you, it's brand, because they went to talk to people about what you did for them, about your identity, about who you are, about how you sell yourself. That's the brand. That's how now we have KFC franchise, because they sold to somebody, they made a sale. They sold to two people, it was market. Now those people went and brought customers, word of mouth. So now those word of mouth brought more customers. That's the brand. And then it's moved from there. The ripple effect, the halo effect, the butterfly effect, all the effects you can think about. Ripple effect is not just negative. Halo effect is not just negative. And then butterfly effect is not just negative. You think about the positivities in all these effects. All right. And don't be working in silos. Don't be keeping things to yourself. Talk about them. All right. And this is not my saying. This is a business term I read about. Was it yesterday or so? That I am trying to paraphrase. I've forgotten who said it. It's a saying I came across because
For
I'm
us here,
also
we're known as Janet 2025.
yes, I'm also a business coach. So I need to be able to talk to people, speak the language of business to people, speak the language of sales to people. So please, even as and a sale is not just product, it's also service. Service you have rendered. All right. We think sales is all about a product I came up with and all of that. No. Once you have made money to someone, there has been a transaction. It is sale. That is now, this is my own term. Yes, we limit our thinking to just product. If I sell a phone, one phone, then if there has been a transaction, it's a sale. No, even if I talk to you and you give me money, public speaking, it's a sale. I have sold my skills to you. Do you understand? So please, it's not just product, it's also services, direct and indirect services. So now you can put Janet 2025 there. So please, that's how some of us started. You need to read beyond what you already know. You need to go beyond what you've already been exposed to. How can I make things my way? How can I make things a Janet idea, a Janet way? All right. This morning I was reading how a businessman was telling young people not to follow the Silicon Valley way because there was different. Come up with your way and then reverse engineer it to you. All right. So that you can have it because the environment from which Silicon Valley operated and operates now is different from the environment you are operating now. So you need to own your craft, hone in on them. Back there, we could talk to people, call people, I'll do it for you for free, or I'll do it for you at a least price. I'll do it for you for free, no problem. And then you can just use it as a word of mouth. All right. That's how it is. And now most of you are blessed with LinkedIn, TikTok. Fun fact is, I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Snapchat. I'm not on Threads. I'm telling you the gospel fact. I'm not on TikTok. I am not on Snapchat. I am not on Threads. Hardly do I visit my Facebook page. Hardly do I even go to Instagram. But I'm always on LinkedIn because I am a professional and that is where I have honed in on my skill. Some of you can do the TikTok, Facebook thing because I am not too much of a social media person. But hey, I give people social media advice, social media marketing advice. Why? Because I understand the work. I understand how it operates. So search engine optimization, I understand how it works because it's what I'm doing as a digital marketer. And digital marketing, people, is not social media marketing. Social media marketing, I have said this before, is when you market on social media platforms, any social media platform. Digital marketing is anything digital. Radio, TV is digital marketing. Social media marketing even is different from internet marketing. Internet marketing is anything internet on the internet. Is internet marketing. Social media marketing is on the social media platforms. So please, this is just to give you the differences in marketing, digital marketing. And bear in mind, all these things fall under digital marketing. Digital marketing is the umbrella, and digital marketing is under marketing. It's a discipline under marketing. Thank you very much.
Powerful, 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 powerful. I mean, we're learning so much. I see subjects really fired up. But you mentioned that when you started on Fiverr, even though you were already getting jobs outside of Fiverr, you would ask people to do it through Fiverr, even though Fiverr would take some 20% of the cut. And even some of the jobs you'd give the money to the person to pay you. Please explain why.
All right. So as a young person, you wanted to build something, right? And no, just know that I'm no longer on Fiverr. I'm not even now. I am meeting people, talking to people face to
Mhm,
face. People want to talk to me, and these are some of how we also built ourselves. You do
mhm,
the work well, And then because Fiverr, as at the time, was the platform that was the only platform I knew, I'll talk to you and I'll tell you, okay, I'll give you the bundle to create the Fiverr account as a client because I needed the work. And it's actually a business term called higher participant or something. Pay for client or pay for I've forgotten the exact term. All right. Where
Mhm.
you have to talk to people to also advertise for you. And that was the platform. Because so when you come to me and you want me to work with you, even if it's for free, I'll tell you to create a Fiverr account and contract me through that account because I needed to build that profile to be able to show that I've been able to record some form of traction, I've been able to record some form of clientele, and these are the people I have worked with, whether young or old. Please and please, I beg. I've even created a Fiverr account for people, and then I have given myself the job to do because we needed to create the proof. So you can do that with your friends. This is not investment. This is not angel investment where you say family and friends. This is you building your potential. And you don't do that anyhow. As you do it, you know it's a reputation. As a freelancer, your reputation precedes you. So you do the job well
Mm.
because as you build that profile, as you build that branding, a random person will get in touch with you. And then you'd have to justify your inclusion, and that is where it starts. If you've had the entertainment of engaging your friends, now a real client is coming up. What have you built? So now that is where they'll see that you're even a fake person, you're even paying people to do that, and then reputation precedes you. And this, I'm now saying this because now I have built that rapport. I have been able to record some form of traction, and my reputation precedes me, and I'm very careful and cautious in my steps and in my professionalism because this is where we build our brands. This is where we also get our jobs and our daily bread from. So that was what I was doing. I was also making sure that any client that contract me also has a good reputation because it was a two-way tie, two-way event. It takes two, the recipient and then the receiver. Sorry, the recipient and then the sender, or the client and then the service provider. So I was making sure that I wasn't getting contracted by some fraudster or anything. No, I
Mm.
needed to be cautious. So that was what I was doing to build and I mean, even in everyday life, that's how some of us do it. When you do housewarming or you open up a business, the first people you call are your family, your friends. You before they bring some friends, bring some people, you give some discount. That's how you do it. Even in the physical shops, when you open your business and then you are cutting the Caesar, whatever we call it,
Mm. Mhm.
that's what you do. You invite people, you do a housewarming, then you introduce them to your products and your services. So it's the same thing, only this time we did it digitally. Thank you, Isaac.
No, amazing. So I hope you guys are catching this. And Janice is mentioning this, and I hope you're catching, and I hope you understand the reasons why. Every job she did at the beginning, she made sure it went via Fiverr. Fiverr would take 20%. So Janet could say, just send me the Momo and it'll be fine, and I will make money. Just send me Momo and I'll make more money. But she would insist on having them send it via Fiverr. That meant that her reputation on Fiverr was going higher. They could see that she was doing many jobs. So when people came to land on her page, and let me see if we can find a profile again. Remember Mr. Joseph's profile, the guy who had all these jobs done. Let me even just bring him up again. You can see here how he has 92 jobs done. So imagine some people know him in real life, but they say, go via Upwork or go via Fiverr and do it there so that you can see he has done jobs, so that he gets his ratings, so that he gets his 5 stars. So Janet decided, look, I'm nobody on Fiverr. No one knows me, but people know me in real world. Let me get all my jobs via Fiverr. So by the time I'm actually looking for a real job on Fiverr, I have 10 completed jobs. I have a 5-star rating. I have real testimonials on the Fiverr platform with people saying I've done a good job. That way, now when someone who doesn't know me, someone from Bangkok, someone from Australia, someone from Brazil, is looking for a digital marketer, I can now proudly say I can do it and I have a track record to show I can do it. I hope you see the benefit of this, right? So I hope you're seeing how you can hack the system, how you can start small but start very fast and win clientele and create your brand so that it can go far when you're ready for it. Thank you so much for the insight. Thank you so much for the insight. Okay, so
Thank
cool. You started, family and friends, clientele, all pushing the way into Fiverr. And I know you're on LinkedIn, not other places, but LinkedIn. You created a brand. You let people know this is my Fiverr link. How did it go with clients? And especially where people here who, you see, they're looking for dollars, looking for euros, looking for pounds. How was it when you switched from going from, let's say, local Ghana based gigs to international gigs? And especially the cultural learnings that one needs to have about dealing with people from different cultures. How was that?
All right. So the thing is that you have to do your research on the culture that you are engaging, or the individuals you are engaging with. And like I said, I'm an international development practitioner. So those things actually helped me. And then the background I studied as part of my first degree in university, international relation, was very helpful. You don't just jump the gun. You need to take your time. The switch from local to international happened easily for me because of how I was engaged. And one of the things that helped was because I was applying for fellowships. So, you have the opportunity to international fellowships. So, you have the opportunity to meet people from different countries. So Nigerians, Togolese, Burkinabes, Cameroonians, Burundis, Mali. I think back in 2023, I took a leap of faith and then I organized International Youth Day online, 4 consecutive Saturdays, with partners from Zimbabwe, partners from Zambia, Burundi, Madagascar, Cameroon, Togo. I have it on my LinkedIn. I did it on my own. And I looked for all those collaborations. Just take a leap of faith and do it. And then, like I said, your reputation precedes you. Leverage on some of your networks. I want to do this. This is how I want it to happen. This is how I want it to do. And then push. You push so hard, it happens. All right. I have said this and I'll say this again. I am not a social media person. So even at a point in time, I don't know whether I deleted my Fiverr account or I just signed out and I left it there because I'm quite conventional. I like to deal with people face to face. I want people to know what I am doing. I want to interact with people. But then at a point in time, I realized that not everybody can meet you face to face. So you need to have the expertise to relate with people or interact with people online or through social media. All right. And then when I did the International Youth Day, that was somewhere August 2023. Solid. Had numbers, had contact from Madagascar, had contact from Congo. Last week, I had a contact from Iraq wanting to do something social enterprise. Iraq, 17 hours difference time zone from Ghana, Iraq, all the way, Bangladesh, and all of that. Okay, so interacting with them, asking them all these questions. How would you want me to talk to you? How would you want me to interact with you? In our culture, handshaking a male is not offensive, but in somebody's culture, a male cannot shake a woman he's not married to. So you need to understand these things. Read on them, read about them, interacting with Ivorian clients, interacting with Asian clients, interacting with European clients, interacting with Italians, and all of that, so that it will help you. Isaac, I know that after this, you project the culture dynamics in communication. Yeah. And in our culture, we reverence age and rank and all of that. We say sir, we say auntie, we say madam, and all of that. In some countries, madam said don't count. Nobody cares about that. Your results, your outcome, and your output count. So know all of these things and see how they will help. I saw someone saying that ma. Someone just referred to me as ma, ma. And I realized that the person is a Nigerian. Please, ma, I wish to be your mate, because I have Nigerian friends, and even on a normal day they call me ma, even though they are my colleagues. But then I call them with their name, because in our culture, calling with ma means somebody who is your mother's age and all of that. All right. So you need to know the cultural dimensions and the cultural dynamics in communication and relations. So for me, because I had that background and I took my time to study on that, interacting with people was not difficult. And where I faltered, I apologized. And and make them know that, oh, probably it's because of the cultural backgrounds and all of that. That is why. Just last week, just no, this Wednesday, I was talking to an Italian and I was not looking at his face. So he leaned back and now I was talking. He said, "Oh, now you look in my eyes. Now you look in my eyes." So I thought you were scared of me, and he said now, and I said, "Oh, sorry. I thought probably because you were too closer to me, I had to look away because I figured looking into you would be too stern." So he was, and then it became a joke. So to him, probably he thought that he was scaring me or I was scared of him. So he had to lean back to create some form of amicable ambience. You see how somebody interacted or related. But in our culture, I can look down when I'm talking to an adult and it shows us a form of respect. So you see how the cultural influences. This is just a recent experience, just this Wednesday. Just this Wednesday. So please,
Love that.
you just need to understand that and then
Love that.
know the communications. And especially when you are dealing with written communication, please, and a very big please, written communication is very, very serious because the interpretation to the person reading it is not in your mind. So the person will take it in the person who is reading it's understanding. So when you are giving when you are writing something, sending it to something, especially the PRs, those of you who want to be ghost writers, those of you who want to be editors and all of that, you need to be very serious. Check the environment you are writing the term to. All right. Thank you very much, Isaac.
No, thank you, thank you. I mean, and on that culture, please, please, please. What Madam Janet is saying, Ma is saying, is that you have to really understand the various cultures. Some things we do in our culture that is respectful is weird in someone else's culture. She just mentioned the Italian just this last week. For European culture, they often look waiting for you to look them in the eye. Whilst in African culture, we might look away or look down to show respect or reverence or things like that. And if you now do that to an Italian, as David did, they might find it weird or sometimes even rude.
Yes.
So sometimes you could lose the contract because you thought you're being respectful and they rather think that you're being rude. I'm showing this diagram now called cultural dynamics in communication, and it's looking at different sectors. I'll share the slides where you can look at this in more detail. But one thing is power distance. And you see Ghana and Nigeria were equal when it comes to power distance. And what it means by that is we're very similar in the type of reverence, respect, or we give for somebody who's older or has a title, whether it's police or elder, or even in boarding school. Someone who's just one level above you can take to go fetch water because they're junior.
Yeah.
That would never happen in America or Germany. Never. Right? So it's not that they don't respect, but the amount of power someone has because of something is different. In Ghana, you can often tell who the boss is by the seating arrangement. The boss will sit by himself in the big chair, and then his deputy, vice president, was next to him. And in the seating arrangement, they are sat. The boss will have the big corner office. But if you go to a GIZ or like a Western organization, it's more of an open floor seating where people are sitting anyhow, not according to rank. And I bring this up because if you're now looking for your dollars, your pounds, your euros, you cannot address the person as sir or ma. They would not understand what you're doing and they'll think you even insulting them or being some way. You can also not afford to take everything as face value. In Ghana, the boss does not want you to challenge them. I am the Oga on top. I told you to do this way, do it this way. But in the Western culture, they'll say, hey, I need you to do a logo for me for ABC. I think this will be a good color. They want you to use your expertise to say, excuse me, Philip, please, actually, this color won't work with this and this. Red has a connotation of meaning this. You want something about environment, so you should use green, for example. They're not expecting to say, oh, because I said use red or use black, go ahead and use it. So they want you to not challenge them, but think alongside them and give them feedback on the idea. And sometimes our power distance, our total respect for authority can sometimes make us more hesitant to do that. If you look at the individualism, how we think, you can see America's 91, while Ghana is 15. In Ghana and Nigeria, we're a very collective society. We like to do things as a group. We like to get feedback from people when we do things. When we are doing almost any purchase, from buying a house, even buying a phone, even sometimes where to eat, we'll talk to our colleagues, we'll talk to our family. Hey, should I eat from this restaurant or that restaurant? What do you think? What are your views? And so on and so forth. Whilst the American will just go to a restaurant, order it, and come back and eat by himself. So it's this kind of collective thinking that's different from the American. You should also see Germany being very high up in their individual thinking. I always use the example of weddings. In America, in Las Vegas, you have what's known as a drive-through wedding. The same time it takes you to go to KFC through drive-through and order your bucket chicken and your fries, you can get married in the States. The first window, you choose the ring. The next window, the priest prays over you. The third window, you pay. The fourth window, you get your official letter. Boom, you're married. In Ghana, it doesn't work that way. You have to go with some uncles to the house. I have spotted a flower. You get your list. You do your engagement ceremony. Then before you do your white wedding ceremony. And all these different family members are involved with bringing the gifts and being best men and the bride train. And it's a very collective society. But now when it comes to business, if you're working with someone in America, all the people who want dollars, the American dollars or Canadian dollars, the British pounds, the euros, they want you to be more individual in your thinking. You can't now have every decision come back to them and say, hey, oh, how do I do this? What do you think of this? Let's have a meeting to discuss this. They want you to make independent decisions. Last thing I'll bring up here is a long-term orientation. How far in the future do we think? The Germans are thinking at like an 83 level. We're thinking at a 4 level. The Germans are thinking in decades, and we're thinking till lunchtime. when we do quality work, like Janet was saying, when we try to build our brand on platforms, let's think long term. Let's see, okay, how do I sacrifice some short term money? Maybe even paying someone to pay me, but so I get a review on Fiverr or Upwork or the platform of your choice. And then see how do I build that up so that now more people will come and use my service. That's long term thinking. And there's quick wins so you get the deal. Right? So thank you, Janet, so much for those insights, right? Just very quickly, when you're negotiating, know your worth, establish clear boundaries. So if you can't do something or you're not willing to do something, be very clear about it. But also, please be flexible. A lot of people say they want dollars, but right now, let me even check the time. Time in California, the time in California now is 6:40 a.m. So imagine you want to work with a client, you were waiting for them to maybe at 10 o'clock. So in 4 hours' time, it'll be 5 p.m. If you're telling the client that, hey, I will not work after 5 p.m., you're telling yourself right now you don't want any clients from California. So you have to be flexible to ensure you can get California clients as well. Communicate effectively, demonstrate value, and don't undervalue yourself. Right. So maybe I just ask Janet about customer retention. Why is that important, and how do you go about that?
All right, thank you. I think you've projected. Am I on?
Yes, please.
All right, I think you've projected that. Build trust. Be truthful. Okay, like I said. So you have to. I'm coming back to the first statement I made. If you sell to one person, you've made a sale. If you sell to two people, it's market. And then if they go and they talk to people and it's branding. The actual term is if you sell to one person, you've made a sale, two people or more, it's trust. You've built trust. And then if they go and they come back and bring more people, you've built a brand. Why? You need to be truthful. Quality product, value added service, because your clients are coming with cost benefit analysis. They need to have value for money. Value for money. Nothing I'm saying is new from what is being projected. Neither is it new from even establishing and keeping a good relationship. Customer retention is all about relationships, good relationships. Build trust, be truthful, offer good quality services. If you say you will deliver it next week, Friday, please don't be like some of the Ghanaian seamstresses that next week, Friday, they can't even find your material. It's bad. If you say next week, Friday, and then you get an emergency, be quick enough to be forthcoming with the situation. This is the challenge I'm facing and all of that. And then there's this term, the personalize the client experience. Yes, make it known. Let them feel valued. Everything. Oh, so like how would you feel if it was you? Do you understand? Personalize everything. Use the feedback. Oh, okay, next time I'll do this. Oh, okay, next time I'll do that. Oh, how did you see this? How did you see that? Everything, everything. So please, just as you would build your relationships, your nice, good relationships, please build them with your business. You don't joke about with your customers, because if you lose a customer, you've lost 100 referrals, because that customer will go and talk to 5 people. Those 5 people multiplied by another 5, 25 by another 5. You are hitting. All right. And then please, in this place, not everybody has purchasing power. Be flexible. If you are selling consumables or foods we eat and there's a price surge, please and please be forthcoming with them. talk to them and all of that. Don't try to inflate the price and blame it on the economy and all of that. To me, it's not fair to your customers or your client. So please, and a very big please, as your reputation precedes you, be truthful, be loyal, be faithful, and pursue excellence. Excellence. Let your work be excellent. Let your work speak for yourself. Why am I saying this? Because you don't, at a certain point in your freelancing work, you don't talk about who you are, you sell who you are. That is what you do. You don't talk about who you are. Oh, I'm Jenna, I'm a girl, I'm a this, I'm a that. No. Now it will come to a side where you have to talk about your dominant themes. By the way, this is something I learned just this morning. Your dominant themes, what you are known for, your core skills with your auxiliary skills. What, when we hear about you, 5 seconds, when somebody goes, oh, I met this lady, this and this and this and this is what she said. That's what you need to build. All right. If you're a software engineer, what makes you stand out? Back end, UI, UX, all of that. So please, and a very big please, your customers and your clients are your net worth, and your networks come from your networks. So please be careful and be mindful of that. Don't say, oh, if you go, somebody else will come. Don't do that. Those are for extremely rich people, and even they pay the price. So please, and a very big please, let your work speak for them. Pursue excellence. And when you pursue excellence, you see how you personalize every experience and personalize your work. You will not take it for granted. Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So please, for all, this is the link, tiny.cc / KWZ 4001. It leads you to a feedback form. When you fill out the feedback form, from those emails, I'll be able to send you all the slides we used today and even some slides we didn't use. So you get the full slide package. You would also get a link to a WhatsApp group where we'll be giving more tips. Janet will be on to be sharing, but also, like as Janet was saying, if you work together, you can share your profile with people so they come hire you for jobs there. So you can see different ways to growth hack your community. You can have people's links to share to people in your community who can then uh, be a blessing to somebody and all that, and we share experiences and tips on these platforms. So I really recommend that you all join. Please, you can scan the QR code or you can type tiny.cc onto your web browser. So just leave it up for one more second so you can get it. Tiny.cc. It's also in the um, banner below. I'm seeing a comment. I hope there's an option to rewatch this later. Yes, there'll be an option. It'll be up for a little while, not forever. So if you want to rewatch, I'll say rewatch it soon. But please, I hope you also fill out the form. My name is Isaac Acquah, and I'm happy to connect on LinkedIn. So you can search for my name, or you can scan the QR code. I have a few comments in the chat. I want to thank you all for joining today's session. I don't know if Robert is still with us, if there's any closing comments. Um, so just checking if Robert is with us, if he wants to say anything. But I want to thank you all for the session. Thank you for your engagement, for your comments, for your attitude. Um, I'm seeing someone write, it's written content considered freelancing. Yes, if you're doing it for somebody, yes, it is. Okay, we're inviting Robert on as well. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Janet. Any comments from you?
Yeah, it's been a great and awesome time today, and everyone who joined, follow the channels, follow the links, and make sure you complete the surveys. And exciting moments ahead and exciting times ahead. Take advantage of this opportunity and make sure you follow Innovation Spark as well. And we'll see each other another time. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Isaac. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Janet, you've been a great supporter throughout the whole thing. Any last closing comments from your side?
Yes, so please, thank you so much. Take your job seriously. Thank you, Isaac, and thank you, Robert, from sharing education. As an aside, just know that as Isaac is building potential, sharing education is also building potential. You can follow sharing education on LinkedIn, follow Innovation Spark. Please fill the survey. You can follow any of us. And there's an Empowering Futures Summit coming up 22nd September. You can join online with the digital backup. Isaac has promised to be there, even though I haven't told him, but in his spirit, he has promised to be there. But yes, thank you so much. Please, you can reach out to any of us for guidance, especially Isaac. He is the techie. I am not too much of a techie, but he is. And then the college is also there to help build your potential. So thank you so much, participants. Don't let it end here. Go and hone in on your skills. These are powerhouses who have come together to bring this to your doorsteps. So please hone in on them, reach out to them, and then eventually and definitely you also become the big men and the big women in the space. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then with that, I want to say goodbye from my side. Will be a huge um, once more request. As I mentioned, this is powered by the International Trade Center. So if you found this valuable, we would love for you to do a little post online um, and just tag the International Trade Center. Let us know what you thought, what you learned. Mentioned the partners, including Sharing Education Ghana, Together Across Time Foundation, and of course, the Innovation Spark. Please, this is not the end. This is just the beginning of the end, or the end of the beginning. Um, I would say, oh, actually, wait, I think we have one more comment coming from Together Across Time Foundation. So let me just wait for that to come up. But you can find more news about ITC on the ITC website, intracen.org. You can follow ITC news on various platforms of the International Trade Center. So would love for you to create a post and let us know how the session went and tag the different partners. But more important for us is even that you join these platforms and you go make money. Nothing will make us happier than getting the feedback and saying, Mr. Isaac, I've made my first $5,000. This is beginning. I'm going for more money. My account is now multilingual. It speaks dollars, pounds, euros, yen. That's what we want. That I now need to learn languages to keep up with my account. My account is multinational, and that's what we want to see and from you. So we want to really support you in your journey. Today, just planting the seed, getting you the information about the platforms, connecting to people like Madam Janet and Robert from Sharing Education, and all other platforms like Together Across Time, like Margarine, who can also help you with your skills and your network. But it's not about you and your efforts um, to put it forward, right? So just whilst we're closing, please don't hesitate to reach out. Happy to connect. There's a lot of things that are happening in the space where I think you can benefit from. And then from Madrin, connect with Together Across Time Foundation via LinkedIn. So please make sure you do connect. The video will be up for a few days. Thank you all for your time and efforts, and we'll see you soon. On behalf of the International Trade Center, may I just say thank you for everybody for joining. We really want to make sure you learn this and put it to work. So anything we can do to help you execute the knowledge you've learned today, please don't hesitate to reach out, and see you soon. Bye.